Only Vijila Sathyananth.
Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Speech will go on record.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. The POCSO Act 2012 and now the amendments is an excellent piece of legislation, and it recognizes almost every known form of sexual abuse against children as punishable offense. And I appreciate our Honorable Minister for Women and Child Development for bringing a very comprehensive bill with the very good amendments. That is a very timely bound manner. She has brought a very good amendments to sections which also deals with the pornography in the children, and also the government has also given a statement that it will address to all the aspects of sexual abuse in an appropriate manner, and also the assault against to provide option of stringent punishment, including death penalty. And also, it also protects the children from sexual offences in the times of natural calamities and other similar situations. That is, it is proposed to be in the section 9. Yes, and also the menace of child pornography. As rightly pointed out by the first speaker, according to the National Crime Records Bureau, the crimes against women increased from 3,29,243 in 2015 to it is almost alarming range of the crimes against children in India have increased to almost 300% in the last 6 years. So it's a very, all the statistics gives us a very, very strong message that we have to stop this menace from India. So how to go about it? My first suggestions to the government is special court should be formed. As the courts, Mahila courts, actually our Honorable Prachitalavi Amma brought out a 13-point program for cutting down this menace. But in that she appointed fast-track Mahila courts in all the districts to completely investigate, immediately pursue this legal matter, and also do it every daily basis, trials and immediate speedy judgments. But I want that it has to be a special court, because in Mahila courts there are a lot of, they already are overfeeded and they are having overcrowded. So I need an assurance from this government that special court should be formed. It is also the directions of the Supreme Court for exclusively carrying out all the cases against this POCSO Act. And now at present, in every district that Mahila courts is all overburdened. So a special court exclusively for carrying out this should be appointed. And also the PP, the judges should be women, and also the public prosecutors must be over. The special public prosecutor should be 65 years more. So he has to be more than, it should be an aged person. Let me not put it in the years, but it should be a very aged person. The age limit for the appointment of PP should be relaxed in this, carrying out this case. It is the duty of the central government to give full financial assistance for the formation of such courts. Full financial assistance. So a very dynamic women and a child development minister has brought a very landmark judgment legislation. So I appeal to the government to immediately focus on making the special courts with full special assistance. And the time limit should be fixed for the trials in these courts. More specifically, it should be a speedy trial, daily basis, and the solatium to the victims. Solatium should be given by the government. Actually I read that Nirpaya Fund, the Corpus Fund, was announced in 2013 after the gang rape which triggered the whole India. We all felt very bad, and it was really an incident which should not have shook the country. The fund was announced with the initial amount of 100 crores and was aimed at implementing initiatives to enhance the safety of children and women. But now the government again pumped in 2014, 15,000 crores. And it was cut down to 550 crores in 2016-17, and the same amount was allocated in 17-18 also. But the total corpus amount is 3,100 crores now, but it is underutilized and not helpful to the needy, and it is hardly utilized. So it is very important to note that the fund, it goes to the needy at the times, and the solution should be given from the Nirpaya fund to the victims. And wherever 20 years punishment is accorded to this heinous crime, it has to be a life sentence. 20 years, she has mentioned, our minister has brought the amendments, it has to be life sentence, surely life sentence. Wherever 20 is there, it should be life sentence. And in section 6, the punishment, in the place of not less than 20 years, it has to be replaced by life. In section 4, 5, 6, 9, 14, 15, 42 and 45, the amendments are all very appreciable and highly welcomed. I welcome this bill and to the present context. And 2008, government brought a bill, that is the National Commission for Women initiated, and the sexual harassment against women at the workplace. So far, 85,750 reported in 1 year crimes against women, and sexual harassment at home by relatives, it rose up to 35,565. And so far, the offense against children, it goes up to 228,650 are reported in this act. So I would like to again bring it that our Honorable Purachi Thalavi Amma ensured women's safety, and she brought this 15-point program, and it states that the state will amend the Gundas Act, because it will be brought under the Gundas Act, and there will be no bailable, the offense should be non-bailable. And we will emphasize that death penalty and chemical castration to the person should be done. Whoever indulges in this heinous crime, chemical castration should be done. And incidents of sexual assault will be treated as a grave crime with top police officials. That was Amma's, that 13-point program. Top police officials were probing to that incident. Closed circuit television sets will be installed in all the public buildings. Police personnel in plain clothes will be deployed in important locations, including marketplaces and women's colleges. And the entire medical expenses to these women who suffer from sexual assault will be done by the government. And other, I have also come across some of the constraint in this act, that is the consent. If a child, adolescent, refuses to go, these are the constraints in this POCSO Act, refuses to undergo medical examination, but the family member or investigation officer is insisting for medical examination, at that time that this POCSO Act is silent, and it needs a clear direction. There is an urgent need to clarify the issue of consent in such cases. And another is the medical examination. The POCSO Act mandates that in the case of female child, adolescent victim, the medical examination should be done by a female doctor. But at times, the available medical officer to provide emergency medical care. So, however, this law mandates to immediate medical attention. Who is the available doctor there? So there is a conflicting legal position arises when the female doctor is not available. Kindly clarify. The treatment cost. there is no proper facilities or costly procedure is required, the state has to take responsibility for reimbursing the cost. Otherwise, the hospital may provide substandard medical treatment procedure, and which will deprive the survivor from comprehensive treatment. So that is very important. And the child marriage and consummation of child marriage are considered illegal under this act. But in India, even though the child marriage is prohibited under secular law, it enjoys the sanction under certain personal law that complicates the matter. Kindly clarify. Training. There is an urgent need to train the medical, teachers, judicial, advocates and law enforcing agencies in the POCSO Act. Research, information monitoring and sensitizing the public is very important, because now schools are also not safe. The apartmental houses, all the people who are indulging in this crime are security officers, the watchmen in the school. So all this should be sensitivity, should be more to the public. And also training all the stakeholders is one of the important. I will conclude, only one more point. Role of the mental health professionals. The role of the mental health professionals is crucial in intervening the child in the court of law. Child sexual abuse can result in both short-term and long-term harmful mental health impact. Mental health professionals need to be involved in follow-up care of the victim with regard to emergence of psychiatric disorders by providing individual counseling, family therapy and rehabilitation. So, and also there is another thing is reporting. It is well known that the cases of child sexual abuse are usually not reported. Further, knowing the reporting child sexual offense is highly difficult and it is a personal decision for many family members and also for the survivors.
Thank you.
So
Please
both
conclude.
the survivors and the family members feel embarrassed and ashamed bearing the guilt, anger, frustration and emotional turmoil of the act. So I also wanted to, a golden rule for all the medical professionals working with the children is to report to all the reasonable degree of this menace. And I need also this act would address such issues, which is also some of the legal impediments in this bill. And I do want this bill should be immediately passed in this parliament, and also there should be more safety, more security and more rehabilitation be provided.
Thank you.
To
the next
all
speaker
the
is
women,
Abir Ranjan Biswas.
Society, and I really bear with the government that this bill will really address to these issues. Thank you, sir.